Why stories matter? Well, to me, stories are not mere entertainment. They are the lens through which we interpret our lives, helping us to make sense of the world around us. Think about your favorite childhood story. It wasn't just about the plot, it was about how the narrative connected with your emotions, how it painted vivid images, and how it stayed with you long after the tale was told. Every day at work, we interact with stories, whether it is the narrative shared by your colleague, a story of the history of the company, or even the way a project unfolds, with its own set of triumphs and challenges. Stories help us remember important lessons because they resonate on an emotional level, making abstract ideas concrete and relatable. And I remember one morning during a team meeting when a colleague shared a personal story about a failed project. Well, instead of resisting vulnerability with defensive smile, we all experienced a moment of collective understanding. And that shared experience wasn't just a recount of events. It is a bonding moment, a lesson in resilience, and a reminder that behind every decision are human elements that shape our journey. So in the professional world, trust doesn't come from perfection. It comes from authenticity, vulnerability, and connection. And guess what? Story plays a very critical role in building that trust. When leaders openly share their own ups and downs, it isn't a sign of weakness. It is a testament to their courage and humanity. Consider a scenario where a project manager in a tech company shares a personal story about the challenges of meeting deadlines and handling the pressure. Instead of putting on the facade of confidence at all times, she admits, "Well, there have been days when I felt overwhelmed. I just had to take a step back to regroup." And that moment of vulnerability doesn't just humanize her, it paves the way for the team members to express their own struggles and triumphs. I recall a time when I was juggling multiple projects and feeling the weight of expectations. I made mistakes, learned from them, and emerged stronger. Today I want you all to know that it's okay to feel uncertain sometimes. Our strength lies not in never failing, but in rising every time we do. By sharing personalized challenges and lessons learned from them, leaders set powerful precedent. They show that vulnerability isn't a gap in our armor, but the birthplace of courage and connection. It sends a clear message. We are all in this together. And stories can be one of the most powerful tools when it comes to inspiring action. They not only shift perceptions, but also create shared vision that move an entire team or organization forward. When you tell a story that connects with others on an emotional level, you are not just sharing information, you are changing the way people see the world. Imagine a scenario where in a corporation, CEO is making a pivotal speech about rebranding the company after a crisis. Instead of listing statistics and policies, he begins with a story from his early days in the business, where he faced rejection and failure. And in that story, he recounts a small business owner who believed in him when no one else did. And that narrative not only makes the audience more receptive to change, but also instills a sense of hope and possibility. And it is in those moments that story becomes the catalyst for change.